Guess who forgot to film an intro? I'm Mary and I hook books. I am tired. I have been working too much, as my cats will attest. And it's been over 100 degrees almost every day. But you know what? You saw the thumbnail. I have three 5-star books in this vlog. So, super excited to share that with you and to go to bed. So, here we go. The Retired Assassin's Guide to Country Gardening. I love that title. This was such a sweet, cozy, found family kind of vibes, and it was really funny. We have a retired MI5 or MI6, I always get those mixed up, operative who retires to New Zealand. And the found family he meets along the way. His gardener, Charlie, is just this sweet boy who lost his dad like 10 years ago, and he just wants to like make flowers bloom, and he is so sweet and also sees ghosts. So there's just the tiniest paranormal element. It's not a paranormal mystery by any means, but there's that little paranormal element to it. And Eleanor, who is like a heist queen, like with art and jewels, etc. She's American and also has retired to New Zealand. So we start with this really great cast of characters, and it is, I forgot why, but there's some big event and there's fireworks, and during the fireworks someone is shot, and the only two people who don't have an alibi are Charlie and our retired assassin. So we have to find out what really happened so that they don't, of course, go to jail. And I thought this book was so funny. If you have seen The Accountant, like, it does give those vibes, so I'm not sure if he's supposed to just be socially awkward because, you know, he's never had friends before. Or a cat. He gets a cat. Oh my gosh. We get like a John Wick light moment and like, with his cat. I love it so much. But like, I don't know if he's just never had relationships because of his job, or if he is supposed to be a little autistic coded. But like, I love it so much. The characters and the narrator did a really good job because there's American, British, and New Zealand accents. And some of the New Zealanders I would get mixed up, but there's a ton of characters. So overall, if you get the audiobook, he did such a good job. I love this. I love how much the characters grow during this. Like, obviously, people got a lot of emotional baggage, especially if you've killed a lot of people because it was your job. You worked for the government and that's what they did. So, like, growing and learning to deal with your past, and Charlie has a really great arc, and this would be so satisfying on its own, but it's part of a series. So I am excited to pick up the next book in the series. This made me so happy. I loved it so much. And something I thought was going to be a much bigger part of the plot, but it was a little bit of a red herring, but it does come back, is the corpse flower. It's apparently in this rare, it is super, super rare, but it's in the garden of the house that our retired assassin bought, and that's why it comes with the gardener. Because this super rare flower that only blooms once every 10 or so years for 72 hours is in this garden. So that is why I made that little cute corpse flower. At least mine doesn't smell. Yes, it is the same setup. I am wearing the same pajamas because this is the first day that it has been under 100 degrees in a while, and I'm actually able to turn off my fans and my AC for a couple minutes to film and catch you up. So I finished Final Girl Support Group, and Grady Hendrix and I have a very hot and cold relationship. I have either given his books 5 stars or I've DNF'd them. So I was very happy when I gave this one 5 stars. I DNF'd My Heart is a Chainsaw because I feel like you really have to love the slasher genre. You have to get the references and feel what she feels for these movies. And I didn't. And I did not like the main character, and I was just So I was a bit weary of the Final Girl Support Group, but this one, as a casual observer of slashers, I could get some of the references, but this also very much stands on its own as almost like a slasher book by itself, and a mystery thriller. So you don't have to be as invested in the genre to enjoy this. I also got the graphic audio version from the library, and if you can, do that. Graphic Audio, their motto is a movie in your mind. And it really is. It's a full cast. It has sound effects and music, and I have to therefore listen to it on a lower speed than I normally do. I normally listen at 1.5, so I have to listen at 1.25. But I love it. It makes it come alive. It is so good. And obviously we start with the Final Girl Support Group. Most of these women are a little bit older, which I do also appreciate, and they're from all sorts of different backgrounds, which I also appreciate. Even if I don't agree with some of them, I do like seeing diversity and a diverse batch of opinions and beliefs within a book, so I enjoyed that. and someone kills one of the final girls, so they scatter. And we have to figure out, like, who is doing this and why, and how do we stop it. But final girls, she even says, are kind of inherently selfish. That's why they survived over everybody else, because they have that I have to survive instinct, and that can make them a little bit selfish. So they do all scatter, but they all also want to be there for each other. So it's a very interesting, like, female relationship dynamic between these people that have nothing else in common except that they survived massacres. And I really enjoyed this. It was fast-paced. The action just kept coming. I like that we had a lot of flawed protagonists. And, like, they're not perfect, but you're still rooting for them. It was very well written in that way. There were a few, like, the big twists I kind of saw coming, but there were a bunch of smaller twists along the way that I would, like, they really got me. So I enjoyed that so much. Our main final girl, I am horrible with names. That's why, like, a lot of people are just like, our main character, our protagonist. She accidentally killed 3 plants, but she's been able to keep this one alive for years now. So she named it Fine for final plant. So that is why I made a cute little planter, a little house plant for her. So I think I said it earlier, but 5 stars. Loved this. If you can, get the graphic Audiio. I got it from the library, so you can get it for free. It is so good. Hometown Space Pirate. I am on the corny book titles, apparently, and I love it so much. Use your local library. This is part of Hoopla, one of their digital apps that they work with. They have bonus borrows that you don't need to wait for, and they don't count against your borrows for the month, and they put those out at the end of the month. And this was a bonus borrow. I never would have discovered this if it weren't for Hoopla and their bonus borrow program, and I'm really glad that I did. We have a nurse who gets, like, he doesn't hear voices, but he, like, hears/feels aliens. And he is on a late night talk show promoting his book, and it doesn't go super well, but things pick up for him after that, because the aliens actually arrive, so he can be like, validation, see what was in my book, it's real, but he gets caught up in this intergalactic scheme. There's a spaceship that lost her old captain, and now she has to have a biological interface or she will shut down. And she's like, well, you're the only one that can hear me. So, hey, we have another group that is trying to find this alien that a lot of people don't even think exists because they are so rare. And we have to try to find it first to try to save it. We have a marine biologist who is studying things at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. So always nice to hear a shout out to them. They run some really awesome programs. And our main character lives in Lamar, Colorado, and he keeps talking about what a small town it is, and it's not that small. I mean, I haven't been there. I mean, I don't know if I was ever specifically, like, there, but I used to live in Colorado, and, like, it was on the weather report, so it's not that small. Anyway, so this was just, it was so funny. I loved the characters, but it also had some action and like some really sweet stuff to it. So objectively, this should not be 5 stars, but it was such a great popcorn read. I finished it in one afternoon and it made me feel happy. So 5 stars. Oh my gosh, did I just give every book in this vlog 5 stars? I think I did. I am having an amazing reading month. Oh my gosh. So I went from a little slumpy to Summerween, and we have just been going full throttle ever since. I love it so much. So just FYI, hometown space pirate, the spaceship Buttercup. It's got letters and but it sounds like Buttercup, so that's what he calls it, is Buttercup. Talks about basically the universe's version of cat videos that you can watch on the internet, and it's the purple Nerfherders. So I made a purple Nerfherder. It's a passing reference or line, but I love it, and it's not a spoiler, so yay! Thank you for joining me this week. I had an amazing reading week. I mean, really a great reading month. What about you? Are you doing good? Are you in a slump? Do you want to pick up any of these books for slump busters? Because I think these would be some good slump busters, especially the Space Pirates. Super quick, get it done in an afternoon, get some smiles and some alien cuddles in. It'll be great. And let me know if you're making anything, if you have any suggestions. I freehanded the corpse flower, but the patterns for the cat and the plant will be in the description box. As always, please take care of yourselves, find a hobby, find someone to talk to, phone an old friend, get some water, take a nap, do things that are good for you. And as always, shoulders back, heads up, and breathe.